thought Mike Pence had a really disappointing evening. I think during the first debate he was quite aggressive and he went on offense. But for me, the line that I'm gonna remember him for was that bizarre quip he made about sleeping with the teacher.
It was so awkward.
It was one of the most awkward things.
This whole newsroom cringed. So
right, you could feel your sort of stomach kind of leave your body as he said it, and he was literally on the periphery of the debate last night, whereas in the first one he was more to the middle. I really don't see what he's offering right now.
Welcome to The Debrief, where we talk with the Washington Examiner's top journalists about the headlines they're covering and where the story's going next. I'm Sarah Bedford, and I'm here today with managing editor Chris Irvine.
Hey.
Chris, we all watched the second Republican debate this week. A lot of fireworks, a lot of shouting. Do you think, though, that there is really a point for all of these candidates when Donald Trump is ahead by 30 points and he's not even there?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, isn't it? The debate last night, all of the candidates seemed to make a real point of emphasizing that Trump wasn't there. And I think that was important. They're trying to call him out to make sure, say, hey, come on, you got to show up and we want to kind of contrast ourselves to you. But I felt like last night they got really kind of bogged down in it. And it would have been better, I thought, if maybe one or two of them had mentioned it once and then that was it. But it felt like a debate that, again, was just dominated by Trump not being there. And for me last night, it felt like a lot of treading water. It felt like the stakes were low. And it felt like, everyone is going to be in the same position that they were 24 hours ago, ultimately. I don't think anyone stood up to take advantage of the fact that Trump wasn't there. You could maybe argue a couple of candidates equipped themselves quite well. I thought DeSantis was fine, and I thought Tim Scott had a decent showing. But otherwise, I mean, Trump's still going to be so far ahead that now DeSantis is resorting to calling him out for a one-on-one debate.
So no clear winners, it sounds like, in your eyes. Did anyone, do you think, hurt themselves, performed in a way that maybe moved them backwards a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, to me, I thought Mike Pence had a really disappointing evening. I think during the first debate he was quite aggressive and he went on offense. But for me, the line that I'm gonna remember him for was that bizarre quip he made about sleeping with the teacher.
It was so awkward.
It was one of the most awkward things.
This whole newsroom cringed. So
right, you could feel your sort of stomach kind of leave your body as he said it, and he was literally on the periphery of the debate last night, whereas in the first one he was more to the middle. I really don't see what he's offering right now. The other person who I was disappointed with was Nikki Haley. I thought she gave such a strong account of herself in the first debate that she felt so passive to me for approximately the first hour to 75 minutes until all of a sudden Vivek presented himself and she decided to kind of take a steel chair to him. Which I'll remember, certainly that line, but I didn't really think that she kind of capitalized on any momentum. And the final one is, I mean, I think he had a couple of good lines, but Doug Burgum's just wasting everybody's time. He's not going to be a factor. He seems a nice guy. He seems to have some good ideas, but come on, let's know when your race is run.
That's right. What is he pulling at, 1% to 2%?
If that, yeah. If that.
So California Governor Gavin Newsom was in the House for the debate last night. Obviously, the debate was in California, so that makes sense. He has been really exposed lately. Media blitz, lots of interviews. What is the end game there? Is he a Biden surrogate? Is he positioning himself as the potential Biden alternative? What is he doing?
Well, we had a great piece up earlier this week from one of our reporters asking that very question of what is Newsom doing? Is it a shadow campaign? Is he prepping himself as perhaps an emergency candidate should Biden decide that he doesn't want to run anymore? Or is it more likely that he is positioning himself as the heir apparent for, 2028? I mean, that would seem to be the most obvious thing. I just don't recall someone adopting such an aggressive stance in that way, and I'm sure it's going to rub Kamala Harris's nose out of joint for sure. But it's clear that the Democrats in the Biden administration trust him to make his mark and to score points, and he seems to have a kind of bromance with Sean Hannity almost, where He's trusted to go on Fox News. He's going to debate DeSantis with Hannity moderating. Maybe they see him as a kind of friendly face for those undecided voters or swing voters. I don't know, but it's fascinating.
Finally, what do you think about that Newsom-DeSantis debate? Like, what's the upside for DeSantis for doing that?
Well, Newsom said the quiet part out loud. He said that he basically baited DeSantis into doing it, and DeSantis took the bait. And yeah, I think it looks like an undercard. Why is DeSantis bothering debating him? Mm-hmm. What does he have to gain from this? Because if he wins, then it'll be, okay, well, DeSantis is running for president in 2024. Mm-hmm. And if Newsom wipes the floor with him, then what?
Right.
It's going to be, well, why can we trust you to go against Donald Trump? Why can we trust you to go against Joe Biden?
Yeah, it seems like a very high-risk, low-reward situation for DeSantis.
Absolutely.
Well, Chris, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
You can get more reporting from Chris and the rest of the political team at washingtonexaminer.com.